The cup. The legacy. The battle continues. We begin our quest to hoist the cup for the 10th time tonight on FHL Game of the Week. As always, from St. Joseph's School in beautiful Dryden, Ontario. The Kathy Sanders Memorial Floor Hockey Trophy is the prize all these GMs have their eyes on. But the road to it is a grueling 7 wins against some of the best rising stars in the game today. Game 1 pits 3rd place Team Success against 6th place Lumberjacks. And immediately following that, we've got the top of the heap taking on the bottom seed, Stealth. We'll go down to Tessa and Alyssa.
Who is your biggest threat in getting by the Lumberjacks in round 1?
You know what? They're all around very good team. They got 2 grade 7s who could really put on the pressure, and they got some really good goaltending in Eric Armstrong. I think our strategy for today is get lots of shots on net, because you never know, the goalies might let in a weak one.
Okay, good luck today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Our course pick in the first round. What is your key to taking control of this series?
We just gotta play as a team. If we keep passing the ball, we can get chances and hopefully score those dirty goals.
And welcome to the playoffs! You're back with Mr. Dorino
and Mr. Skillen.
Welcome to the Sanders Cup 2017-2018. You can see that your players are rolling their way across the screen right now, and we're going to get into the mix right swiftly here, but it's good to have you back, Mr. Skillen.
Yes, I was over covering the World Badminton Championships in the Czech Republic, so it's good to be back here on home soil.
And I have to say that nothing is more exciting than international badminton.
You got that right.
All right, so today in our first round matchup for the quarterfinals, we got the Lumberjacks, who are the 6th place seed, taking on Team Success in the 3rd place position. What do we got here for those players? Well, Mr. Skillen's got a list. What do you got?
Wow, we got the Lumberjacks. In goal for the Lumberjacks, we got Eric A., but we got Jack Noel, one of their players, out, and a dynamic young player.
He's already scored. 1-0 Success.
There you go, right on cue. They also have, I guess we're talking Success now. So the Success has Jack Noel, Oliver Markham, Everett Edinburgh, Maria Trist, Barrett Edinburgh, and of course Willie Trist is in goal, taking the place of Gabe Adams. For the Lumberjacks, in goal you got Eric Armstrong, steady, solid netminder. Lucas Graver, a sniper. Cooper Groves, steady, stay-at-home type of defensive player. Jackson Friesen, and of course the dynamic Adam McQuarrie.
Now, Adam McQuarrie had an opportunity to speak with the girls before the game, as did GM Barrett Edinburgh. Not really sure exactly who I would pick for this first round matchup. That 3 versus 6 is usually the tricky one. I got to look to the Lumberjacks to be a dark horse, even though they're currently behind in the score 1-0, Mr. Skillen. And there's our
tied it up. Lucas Graver. Big celebration from Lucas.
Lucas Graver, for such a young player, he has potted that ball quite a few times this season so far.
He definitely has a knack for the net, this young fellow.
Absolutely. Will and Eric, both very, very solid goaltenders. It should be a very low-scoring game and a very low-scoring series, I would predict. So a little bit of history for you on the Sanders Cup. You may have noticed on the graphics at the beginning that this is the 10th time that we are competing for the Sanders Cup. We are in our 14th year of the...
Oh, there's a snipe. Barrett Edinburgh.
Magic from behind, halfway out. Only the 10th time we've played for it. 14 seasons. There were years where we played where we didn't award the championship, but this will be the 10th time, hence the 10th hoisting of the Kathy Sanders Floor Hockey Memorial Trophy.
Barrett gives his team a 2-1 lead. He is by far one of the top MVP candidates for this season. He's an outstanding young player, both defensively and offensively.
Now, I'm wondering on Cooper's choice of wardrobe there, if there's any significance to the blue socks. Maybe they're lucky for him. Maybe he's got some pads in there. But it looks like if I were playing in a playoff game, I wouldn't want to have my legs exposed. Some of those players are a little bit choppy with their sticks.
Yeah, well, could be superstitious. We know a lot of athletes are very superstitious, and they have to wear the same socks or the same underwear or the same, gloves, whatever necessary. to have them perform at a high level. It's mostly a mental thing, I would imagine.
Well, I do remember that there was a story from back in the 70s where the coach, I believe it was John Madden when he was coaching the Raiders, he wouldn't let the players leave the dressing room until his one of his linebackers belched. I think that was a very specific
Jack
thing.
Knoll with another one. Team success up 3-1 here.
It's running away with them pretty quickly. It looks like they've shaken Eric, and he's looking a little rattled out there. Two from fairly far out.
Team success going to have to try and shut her down here and maybe get some goals, get some forecheck going here, get some opportunities to score so they can reel this thing in before it gets out of hand.
Well, a lot of people, at the beginning of the season, looking to Barrett to be sort of the savior of team success. He was successful last year, bringing a cup as a repeat to the Wheat Kings, and it would have been team success's season. Although we had a Liam Jones not able to make the final, and that was kind of the thing that brought them to their knees, and they lost. So could it be team success year for the cup? Who knows? Only 6:44 left to find out in Game 1. Best of 5 series, got to win 3, and team success is well on their way here early in Game 1.
Bear with a nice little dangle there, getting it in deep.
And there's Everett. Everett and Barrett seem to be working tic-tac-toe, working together, getting a lot of passes in. Barrett usually plays it for pretty deep in his own end, and kind of headmans the puck, kind of making those plays like he's in a basketball game.
Everett doing some yeoman-like work on the forecheck here.
And we're just going back and forth, trying to keep that ball in play. 6 minutes left. Got some catch-up to play, and Will freezes that puck. Referee Tessa McMurrick and Alyssa Marion keeping us in the face-offs here. And the puck frozen by Eric.
Pace has slowed down a little bit here. Team's just settling in now. Had that momentum burst of adrenaline there at the beginning there. Got them going pretty wild. Now things are settling in here.
Well, it's been a long season, and definitely people have been looking forward to this format of playoff. They're ready to go, and they know that they're only going to be playing like 1 game a week still. So they're just chomping at the bit to get out there and work their magic.
10-minute games, of course, so changing on the fly is going to be very important here.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be able to push the pace for the whole 10 minutes. Let's sit back.
And the game that we've got coming up next for you, the Wheat Kings taking on the Stealth, 1 versus 8. That's we'll be speaking with Brandon, GM of the Wheat Kings, and Jacob, GM of the Stealth, about their views on this first round matchup. One thing that we can say about that is that there's some confidence definitely coming from the locker room for the Wheat Kings, but they are only playing with 3 skaters today. There are no subs for the Wheat Kings, so Kaysen's on, Ethan's on, and Brandon's on with Carter in net. Could the Stealth pull off an upset in about 10 minutes here? We'll have to see. As well, don't forget that we've got Coach's Corner coming up after our first game, where you'll be reunited with Ron and Don for their first episode of the playoffs, so don't miss that.
Exciting playoff edition. Should be good.
Big shot by not Lucas. That was
Jackson
Friesen.
Peppered one wide. Will's playing pretty steady in here.
Will knows with a lead of 2, he could open it up if he makes a bad rebound or plays it inappropriately. And there's a goal.
Right off the face-off. Lucas Graver, second one of the game. As we often see, that a lot of offense is generated from those face-offs. You can almost shoot right on goal, you can win a quick draw, and you're always in position to score in this shortened area.
And I'm pretty sure that Lucas is in the top 10 right now as far as goals go. He's definitely at the top of the Lumberjacks scoring list. Lucas in grade 5, grade 6?
Grade 4.
Grade 4? Holy smoke. Is it possible that he's up for the Calder this year?
Definitely a Rookie of the Year candidate.
Certainly. And those awards obviously coming right up after we have the final go. And once all that snow melts, you know that you can follow us in our 5th annual Heritage Classic out in the court. All the teachers be taking on those All-Stars, and by that time we might actually have the new All-Star jerseys to commemorate Nick Pope. So be staying tuned for that as well.
Looking forward to the award show. Here we might be able to get Will Farrell. Barrett Edinburgh, he snipes one.
Will Farrell?
Doubles the lead. It's up to 4-2 now. Will Farrell might be able to come down and host that for us. Looking forward to that. Should be very entertaining.
I heard Ron Burgundy.
Well, could be. One of the two.
Jimmy Fallon?
Co-host, perhaps?
Possibly. That'd be pretty fantastic. We're running out of time here. Success leading by 2. Huge shot by Coop with only 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here. Getting a little chippy out there. Oh, no. Keep your sticks to yourself there, guys. It's intramurals.
That's Everett working his magic again. He's kind of a Brad Marchand type. He likes to get under the skin of the opposing players.
Now that is a very tough statement to have to handle there if you're Everett. I'm definitely not a Bruins fan, so I would take offense to that if
maybe a Kenny Linsman type back in the Flyers.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Or Dave the Hammer Schultz.
I'm not sure if he's Schultz's company, but...
Possibly not. But I did hear some rumblings about Everett growing a mustache, so maybe that's where he's headed with that for next Movember. And there's Barrett again with the puck. The ball circling around the net, trying to kill some time with only a minute and a half left.
And a 2-goal lead. Oh, and they get it. Oh, a glorious chance there for Everett.
Everett just fanned on that shot. And here come the Lumberjacks. Another rebound. Big shot. Batted away. Everybody's falling over each other.
Also here, Arcade Fire might be in to do the entertainment on that.
Or Anessa. Anessa said something about some halftime show near the final. I don't know. Looking forward to either. Arcade Fire's pretty great, but Anessa has some sort of dance that she's working on. At least that's what I've been told.
That would be good too.
That would be good too. Frozen again by Will into the last minute of play.
With run time, they're hoping to slow things right down here. Any whistle is a good whistle for them.
Now, there was some... Another freeze. There was some issue with the scoreboard earlier. I think they accidentally unplugged the cord, but luckily Ava, our timekeeper and scorekeeper, was able to very, very quickly... Whoa! That looked like a hook. Or a trip.
Is that our first penalty of the day?
Looks like we do. Unusual in the playoffs, but it is getting very physical out there. We're into the last 16 seconds. Can the Lumberjacks pick up 2 quick goals? I'm going to say no. I like the Lumberjacks, but they're not that fast when they have possession. They don't pull the trigger as often as they should. That shot goes wide.
That might have been their last chance.
And that's game 1, ladies and gentlemen. Success lead 1-0 in this best-of-5 series. I've been Mr. Norino.
And I'm Mr. Skillen.
Keep your stick on the ice and make sure you stay tuned for Coach's Corner in game 2 after this.
Coach's Corner with Ron and Don. Brought to you by Melons. Promotional clothing and products. Locally owned, locally produced. And by St. Joseph School Parent Connections, making our school a better place.
Hello and welcome to Coach's Corner, Playoff Edition. We just had Team Success beat the Lumberjacks by a score of 4-2. Barrett Edinburgh and Jack Knoll both with 2 goals each today. Lucas Graver potting 2 goals for the Lumberjacks. What do you think of that game so far?
Oh, it's a great game. That Team Success, they're a bunch of little guys, but I really like that. Jack, there's a good old name, boy, Jack McElhargy. Remember him? All you guys from the segment, Jack McElhargy, tough as nails. But anyway, Jack Knoll, another guy from the 70s too. Remember Bobby Lalonde? Of course you would remember Bobby Lalonde. He was about as big as an inchworm.
Not as old as you.
Big as an inchworm. And beard out to here, I think it was generous if they said he was 5'5" on a pair of skates. But he could move. That's what Jack Knoll reminds me of. Bobby Lalonde. Oh, and obviously Theron Fleury. But anyway, if I talk about Theron Fleury, I started to talk about how tough he was, and then people don't like that because it's such a touchy-feely thing now, eh?
Right,
anyway,
yeah.
We move on. Let's go.
What do you think, predictions? We love to make predictions here on Coach's Corner. It is playoff time. Team Success obviously taking the first game of the series. Who takes that overall series?
Well, I'm going to go with the team that just won.
Good prediction.
Fast little guys. I don't think there's a whole lot of hitting out there. If you're a small team, you can fly around those bigger guys. Team success. Why
All right.
not? What about you?
You heard it here.
Nobody cares about you. Let's go on.
Right, well, I guess I won't say. So we might as well talk about the NHL playoffs, considering we're into the.
about time.
Well, yeah. So, what do you think about the NHL playoffs coming up? Some of the matchups.
Well, they haven't all been decided yet, but I'm going to start in the West. If you don't like the Jets, I don't know. You have no common sense about hockey. I can't believe that team. They're so deep. Mark my words. I know they just lost that Finlander, Lane, but yeah, that kid can shoot a puck. No, he's no Phil Esposito, but he can shoot a puck. They need him back. They need him healthy. They need that kid who got his head bumped the other night, American boy. What's his name again?
Blake Wheeler?
No, the defenseman. Trouba.
Oh, Trouba.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob Trouba.
They need him back, too. But they're going to go a long ways. Nashville.
Are they your pick to come out of the West?
Yes. I said it.
Wow.
Yes. Let's go to the East.
Corner.
Come on, let's go. Keep
East.
going.
Well,
We've got lots to talk
all
about.
right, let's get right to your prediction from the for the East. Who comes out of the East? Toronto Maple Leafs. Do you think they got a shot?
Sorry, all you Leaf fans out there, but I got to go with the Bruins. My Bruins.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
Do you think Zdeno Chara can keep up with the pace of the playoffs?
I'm trying to give
He's
you
39 years old.
Have you ever heard anybody interrupt me so often? I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, before you say anything, let me finish a sentence. I was talking about the Bruins. The Bruins, just like the Jets, very deep, good goaltending, and yes, they're going to come out of the East. Bruins and the Jets, great.
Speaking of playoff hockey, the Dryden Ice Dogs host their first playoff game next week, and we're all excited to see that game as well.
Yes, I am too. Great hockey, great team, well coached. Geez, I even hear they've got a pretty good PR guy that does some good work too. But anyway, and isn't Dryden hosting the big thing too, that the national championship?
Yeah.
The
Dudley
Cup?
Hewitt Cup.
Dudley Hewitt Cup.
Thank
Junior
you.
A, Tier 2. Everybody out there, all you get down to the arena, watch it. I'm sure the finals will be on TV. Great hockey. Oh, that's the heart and soul of Canada. Although I think they got a few American teams in that league too, don't they?
Yep. They do.
Well, good for them. If they can keep up with the Canadian boys, good for them. But speaking of playoff hockey and playoff teams, I got to go back. I know I bring them up, and I know it's painful sometimes, but I'm going to go back the old Kenora Thistles. Well, not that far back, but there were a lot of good teams on that Kenora Thistle team, and there's a lot of good, we'll go with the local Dryden guys that were on that team. I could rattle off a half dozen. There's guys like, tough as nails. Dale Allen. Could that guy shoot the puck? Tough too. Now, the silky smooth hands of Rick Lindquist.
Oh, yeah.
Very good hockey player. I think that guy played some fancy university in Canada too, but before he did that, boy, did he light the lamp in Kenora.
Drafted to the New York Islanders, I believe.
I don't know. Don't know that much about it. But anyway, few more. I think he's a good local police officer in town here. Dale Engstrom.
Oh,
Yeah, you know what? That guy could score. He could shoot. He could do something else too when he flipped off the oven mitts once in a while, but he was pretty good at everything there.
So he's good at dancing on the ice. You should see him off the ice as well.
Well,
Heard he
is he your partner?
Oh.
A couple others I'm going to talk about. Maybe a Randy Allen. Pretty slick player himself. Played in Kenora for a few years.
Coaches the girls Dryden Eagles as well. Right now.
Knowledgeable man. Knowledgeable guy. Very good. So this town, a lot of good players came from here, and I'm probably missing a few. But a lot of local talent. went through that Kenora system. Good players, good team, good organization. It was sad to see them get folded up there back in the 80s. But anyway, happens to the best of them.
Lots to talk about playoff hockey today, and we're going to keep on that. We've only got about a minute left, I've been told. So let's get into the next game. We've got the Wheat Kings taking on the Stealth. I mean, this show has all been about playoffs and predictions. I need a prediction from you. Wheat Kings or Stealth?
Well, the Wheat Kings, they're pretty deep. They've got Gustafson.
Marion.
That Marion. Oh, now there's a player.
Third.
Very deep team.
Finished third in scoring.
Okay.
So you like the Wheat Kings, obviously. What about the Stealth, though? I mean, you love underdogs.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
And so do you think they can?
Why
take this
not?
seriously?
Why not? Why couldn't they get there? They got that Brandon Fedayek. He's a good
Brandon
little...
Faduke.
What?
Faduke.
Anyway, they got him. He potted one last game. Good little player. Why can't they do it? Short game, short periods. Maybe the Stealth can pull one out. Why not?
All right. Well, thanks for joining us here on Coach's Corner. We'll see you next time.
Go Thistles.
Are you predicting a first round sweep?
Yeah, well, we've beat them in every single game we've played so far, but they're a pretty even match game.
What do the Stealth have to do to match your talents today?
Well, they just have to stick Nolan Gill on me and make sure there's a screen in front of the net.
Okay, good luck today. Thank you.
It's going to take a lot to get by the Wheat Kings. What's your plan for this series?
I'm gonna try and make good lines and make sure they're all subbing, and then I'll do a lot of saves and make my team play better defense.
Okay, thank you.
And welcome back to Game 2 on Game of the Week. I'm Mr. Norino along with...
Barrett Edinburgh.
Everett Edinburgh.
All right, so we got the Stealth taking on the Wheat Kings. Tell us a little bit about these boys.
All right, so we got a really strong team with a lot of experience in the playoffs with the Wheat Kings.
Yeah.
Three alumni of the Wheat Kings from last year who won the cup. What do you think about the Stealth, Everett?
I think they have a pretty strong team. They have a pretty good team. They got really good. They have three good scorers. Mason Applin, Nolan Gill, and Chase Moline.
Who was that Nolan taking the face-off?
Yeah, I think.
How tall is Brandon? 7'3", thereabouts?
Yeah, well, it's kind of looking like that. He uses his body a lot.
For you, Mike.
All right, here we go. A nice shot. Cason Lambert really working his way in the corner. Here he goes, Brandon Gustafson.
Brandon Gustafson goes. Oh, is he gonna try to do a wraparound? I think he's doing a wraparound.
Still playing some good defense here on the Wheat Kings.
Yeah. Oh, shot by Chase Moline. Oh,
Brandon Gustafson. Oh, nice save by Jacob.
Didn't see that save. Who's working the camera out there? Doing some shoddy work.
I agree.
I would have thought for sure there would have been a goal by now. These Stealth are really holding their own.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't really see this with the Wheat Kings much.
Just the sheer size difference. Is that going to be a factor in this game, boys? Or
Oh yeah, you can
are the
really
Stealth going to
tell.
make a game of it?
You know what? The Stealth are really working their way right now. Really playing some solid defense.
After they won their last game against the Cruisers.
Yeah, they seemed like they had a lot of power coming into this game and a lot of energy. Nice shot by Chase Moline, one of the young snipers.
It's like the all-rookie all-star team.
Except Jacob, because they have Gabby and Brandon and Mason and Chase and Nolan.
Lots of young grade 5s on this team.
Yeah.
Lots of people that were in the rookie rendezvous last year, and you know what? That's coming your way really, really soon. We did mention in Game 1 that we were looking forward to the Heritage Classic, which will be heading your way as soon as all the snow melts. Oh, almost froze that. Oh, no!
First goal
By Brandon Gustafson.
Why didn't he freeze that puck? Why let Brandon hang out in front of the net and pot one that easy? Jacob.
That was a nice goal by Brandon there.
Yeah,
Take advantage.
Big mistake by Jacob though, giving that puck to Brandon with some room in front of the net. That's a no-no if you're a goalie.
So as we were saying, yeah, the Heritage Classic coming your way as soon as the court is thawed, and then shortly after that will be the grade 3 and 4 rookie rendezvous. Looking for some of those maybe grade 4 players who want a second shot to get into the league next year, and those kids that are going to be in grade 4. Barrett, this is your last year. Obviously, you're looking to end it with another cup. What are you looking at those grade 3s coming up? Is that something that you know as far as talent pool goes? Do you know any of those kids coming up?
Yeah, we got a few young stars. We got Sam Smith. We got Caden Langlis. Those two.
Zach Pakonin, hot goaltender in Dryden Minor Hockey, is going to be making his way up, I hope.
Yeah, that'd be nice to see a young goalie like that. He'll really strive.
Absolutely. I'll be strapping the pads on come Heritage Classic time, but worst case scenario, if we don't get one, a second one in the the rookie roadie rendezvous, then maybe I'll have to be the rookie in the other end. 37.
Oh, shot by Kaysen, scores! Kaysen scored that
Nice
goal.
snipe, Kaysen Lambert.
5-hole.
Where was he last week? I think wasn't there a Wheat Kings game, and it was like just Ethan and Brandon and Carter, and they played the game all by themselves? Or
Not knowing. Oliver Markham was also not there at that game.
Yeah, and we're I guess a healthy scratch. Parker Wright hasn't been out for a little while. He was speaking with the commissioner of the league earlier this week, and he should be back for game 2.
Yeah.
Get a sub out there so that these guys aren't gassed for the entire 10 minutes. It's not going to get any easier. You know that the final game for the Cup, huge save by Carter.
Yeah.
The final game for the Cup is a grueling half an hour long. You need subs. You can't play the whole game all by yourself.
Yeah, a lot of people saw that in the All-Star game too. You gotta really change it up out there.
Yep, it's a long time to be out there. It's longer than, it's about as long as a gym class with no real breaks.
Yeah, fatigue really plays a factor.
6:20 left. Kings up 2-0 on the Stealth. Stealth really looking for that first dig on Carter so that they can get some momentum going. As soon as they score one on Carter, the momentum of this game could shift very, very quickly.
Nolan Gill really playing really broadly for his team.
And I haven't been seeing Gabby and Brandon a lot in this game.
That's true. I see them now. They're standing behind the bench waiting for about halfway through the game. I think we're waiting for one quick goal before they'll come and do some skating out here.
Yeah, they got their 3 really, really bright future players.
Oh, what is?
Nolan Gill.
Oh, was that in? Oh,
looking
no.
for an opening in the slot.
Nice save by Jacob Howard.
Yeah, Jacob makes some pretty sharp saves.
He really keeps his team in this.
Absolutely.
Really
they could be running away with it right now, but it's right now only 2-0.
He picked a pretty good rookie team this year.
I agree. I play pretty similar style to Jacob. He's a very stand-up goaltender. He flops around when he needs to, but he's like Ken Dryden in there. What was that?
I believe that was a stoppage of play.
Nope.
Oh, it was a goal.
Who is filming this? Seriously. Oh my goodness. That was a goal and we missed the goal. Did you guys see what happened?
No, not really there.
Oh, I know what happened. Oh, I think there's an issue with the scoreboard right now here in the arena. Everybody's checking it out. Carter's checking out what's going on.
We got some fans out there, some people of all ages coming to support the FHL playoffs.
Oh, lots of people are waving.
Well, look, I think we're back to normal here. Ava's taking care of everything as she usually does. She's pretty quick on the draw when it comes to fixing things.
Who is that? I think that was Chase Moline. Oh,
another rebound given right to Brandon.
And score.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I thought.
That's twice.
Yeah, you can't.
Jacob Howard.
You really can't give Brandon the room in front of the net.
Yeah.
Same thing will happen.
They'll probably have to work on that for next game. Well, only if we had FHL practices.
Then Mr. Norino would be very thin because he would have no time to eat.
Yeah, I agree.
Eat his lunch. That's right.
You can't be hungry before the net.
Oh, Mr. Norino will get hangry and he'll call lots of penalties. All right. 4-0. Is there any way in your minds, boys, that these Stealth come back from a 4-0 deficit? Possibly 5. Oh, and there's a save. What do they got to do to come back? Who's gonna be the hero? of the
Oh,
game?
is Chase Milling gonna score? Oh, I thought that was gonna be a goal, but
Yeah, Stealth really need to get a goal now if they really want to be into this game.
Much time.
Gabby's on now. I don't know if Brandon's on right now, but I just see Gabby right now.
Brennan is number 5. I don't see him. I think that's Chase.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Chase, Gabby, and
We're just Hail Mary dumping the
oh,
pucks.
I think that is Brandon on.
Shot wide into the corner. Big rebound.
Oh, was that
Ethan.
almost a slap shot by Ethan?
Well, I think we're getting a little bit more lax on the slap shots as the playoffs progress here.
And Ethan Marion has a hard slap shot.
He does, but not super accurate.
Yeah.
Brandon, goal! Stealth!
And
Brandon
he,
Faduke.
and he got the most accuracy in the All-Star game.
Oh, that's right. But those are all wristers, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've broken the donut here. Only 2.5 minutes left. 4-1 Kings. Let's go. I was going to say let's go Stealth,
We
but
got a
look at that.
goal
And
by Kaysen, I think.
Nope.
oh, game still go. Oh,
That wasn't in. That's controversial.
Very
What happened there?
I
Oh, he kicked it in. He kicked it in.
oh
yeah, we
That's
can't be seeing
controversy.
that. That's something we don't want to start seeing.
and
We don't want kicking goals in to
I'm
be
sure he
new.
didn't do it on purpose,
Oh.
but yeah, that went in with a definite forward
Mason
foot
with
motion.
that. Oh, was that? Oh,
We don't want that to turn into
Oh,
the new
shot
goalie
by
interference
Mason.
of the FHL.
Yeah, the one thing we can't afford are controversial calls, and goalie interference we don't really want to get into
And
so
we-
goalies have every right to hack and slash and punch and kick the players that are in their crease, right, guys?
yeah,
Yes.
I
Okay.
think.
Oh, Brandon, just wide. Do you guys think this game is slightly over for the Stealth?
I would say so.
Yeah, I'd say so. Only like 1 minute and 3/4. I mean, 1/4 left.
All right, battling in the corner. There's Ethan.
Oh, do you think the Wheat Kings are gonna score another goal?
It's possible.
We
This
can-
pressure, they can't even get the puck out
I
of the
feel
Stealth
like
end.
they-
There's Brandon.
I feel
Goal.
like they have one more chance to score one more goal with 1 minute left.
Ethan Marion scoring that. I believe that was Brandon Gustafson.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I think you're right. We'll fix that in post-production. Okay. Less than a minute left. They can't seem to get the puck away
is
from
that-
Brandon. Huge save! Holy smokes!
Oh my. Jacob is doing good right now for the last minute.
If he was playing like that right at the beginning of the game, we'd have no problems whatsoever.
Yeah, and I think the Stealth would win if that happens. I think Jacob just can't give the puck away and he has to freeze it a little bit more.
Yeah, if the Stealth really want to come back in game 2, they really gotta step up their game, work harder, get lots of shots on net. Once you break one on Carter, you got him.
Oh,
Got caught up in his own stick there. That could have been a trip.
Big
poke check by Brandon.
5 seconds left in the game. Will we see another goal?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And that's all she wrote. The Kings lead the best-of-5 series 1-0. So next week, we've got the other 2 series coming your way. We've got the Nordiques taking on the Bruins, and we've got the Whalers taking on the Swarm. I've been Mr. Norino for FHL Game of the Week.
I'm Barrett Edinburgh.
I'm Everett Edinburgh.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Keep your sticks on the ice.